Good morning from camp. I'm in eastern Nevada still. That's Pilot Peak up here, which I climbed yesterday. Feeling good. I'm gonna climb one more mountain today and then see several little interesting things. So if you're mountained out, if you're tired of me climbing mountains, just hang on through this one. This will be the last one of the trip, I think. Slept well last night, spent a fair amount of time planning these last couple of days of the trip. Today's Wednesday, and either tomorrow or the next day will be the last day of my trip. So I'm looking forward to making the most of it. Let's hop in the car, head back out into the desert. All right, here's the mountain that I'm climbing. It is called Volcano Peak. It's just, I mean, it's not a huge mountain. It'll take me an hour, maybe two, to climb it, but it's just cool looking. Okay, so I have a GPS track to follow on my phone, and it just goes somewhere up here, I think? I don't know. It's always kind of fun to look at a mountain and think, how on earth am I getting up that thing? And then a way reveals itself, so I guess we'll just see. Got a nice little horny toad here, little horned lizard. Okay, this is pretty cool. I know it's hard to see in the sun with the sun at this angle, but I'm climbing up this narrow gully that just slices up to the top of the mountain. Just found this bullet on the ground. That is huge and heavy, very heavy. Feels like lead. Made it to the top. What a crazy little mountain. It's very steep and actually lots of little gnats. So I've eaten several mouthfuls of gnat. Not ideal, but great views from up here. This would be a great summit to fly the drone around, but this whole area is surrounded by Air Force bases and little airports, and so basically this whole area is a no-fly zone for drones. I actually took my drone up Pilot Peak yesterday, but didn't realize till I was up higher on the mountain that I couldn't fly it. Speaking of which, there's the mountain out there, the one I climbed yesterday, Pilot Peak. Mud flats out here, and the Bonneville salt flats are out here. I'll be going there later today at some point. And just more desert. Then Wendover, the town is over here. Wendover is right on the border. It's the name of the town on the Utah side, and then on the Nevada side, it's called West Wendover. And there's, you know, gambling and casinos and all the Nevada stuff on that side. It's the closest Nevada gambling area to Salt Lake City. It's like, we're like 2 hours from Salt Lake, something like that, hour and a half, not far. A cool little lizard, you know, hanging out on this rock up here. Found a little summit register on top in a can of cashews. It was stuck in the crevice on the rock here. I just signed right here. The guy above me was from Kazakhstan. That was pretty cool, just a few days ago. But only 3 groups have climbed this in the last year. Not many at all. But I'm gonna get off this thing because these little gnats are driving me crazy, so I'll see you either on the Salt Flats or in Wendover. I'm not sure which one I'm going to next. So before stopping in town, I decided to stop by the Bonneville Salt Flats, which was near where which was kind of on the way back to town. And normally this area is not covered in water, but right now it is. It's been a wet spring, and so the whole of the flats is covered in water, which is really beautiful. Seeing the reflections of these mountains, the Silver Island Mountains. It's awesome. And this is known as the Bonneville International Speedway or something like that. When it's dry, you can drive out here, and several land speed records have been set out here. And the sign back there said that in the summer, the BLM creates a speedway. They I guess level the ground and make sure it's okay. It's 80 feet wide and 10 miles long. And land speed records and all sorts of speed tests are done there. It's pretty unbelievable. Okay, we are now in Wendover, right on the border of Utah and Nevada. I'm on the Nevada side now. Here's the unofficial, or I guess official, welcoming sign for Wendover. This is Wendover Will. I guess he's the Wendover equivalent to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. Okay, so we are in front of the Montego Bay Casino in West Wendover in Nevada. And I came here to see this thing. This is a monument to the completion of the first transcontinental telephone line, which happened in 1914. It was completed at this point on the border of Nevada and Utah. The construction employees of 2 companies met here, making the last splices in the wires which joined east and west in voice communication for the first time. Maybe 75 or 100 miles northeast of here was the Golden Spike, where the Transcontinental Railroad was completed. Here was the first transcontinental telephone line, right on the border of Utah and Nevada. Utah is I don't know, a couple hundred feet this way. It's just right over here. And this is an old telephone line. Check out this old car. It is a Studebaker Lark 6. Never heard of a Lark 6. Now let's head over into Wendover, not West Wendover, but the Utah part of Wendover, and see a couple more things. Okay, so I'm parked here at this old hangar that is being restored. Looks like it has a relatively new coat of paint on it. But this is a World War II era aircraft hangar. And it's notable because it's the hangar that held the Enola Gay, which is the B-29 bomber that dropped the bomb on Hiroshima in World War II. So that plane and its pilot and crew were stationed here in the Utah desert. And they did a bunch of training missions here. See that the kind of square notch above the big main gates, above the main doors? That was to accommodate the tail of the B-29 airplane. There's really not much more to see besides that. You can't go inside. I think they're in the process of restoring it and maybe turning it into a museum or something, but right now there's just the hangar that's left, but interesting little part of history here. Next door to the hangar we've got some sort of, looks like a guard tower. And then these are all old barracks out here, I believe. They've definitely seen better days. And there are more across the road here. Yeah, this sign here says Atomic Mission Hangar 1831, often referred to as the Enola Gay Hangar. The 393rd Bombardment Squadron of the 509th Composite Group utilized this hangar for their operations and maintenance. And that is the group, or that is the squadron that dropped the bomb. And then here they're loading a Fat Man, which is the name of the bomb that they dropped, onto the airplane. Alright, we've arrived. Let's go take a look at this gated cave up here. So this is Danger Cave. Not a lot to see here now. That's kind of the theme for today. It's called Danger Cave because this rock used to be right here. As an early archaeological dig was going on here, this rock fell from here and nearly killed some workers on the dig, so that's why they called it Danger Cave. So anyway, this cave is significant because inside have been found more than 10,000 years of Native American occupancy. And archaeological digs are still going on. Some of the newest artifacts are from 364 years ago. You can see some shoes, sticks, part of a basket. We're going earlier and earlier back in time. Tools. And then 13,000 years ago is the earliest they've found. So there's evidence in this cave. It's funny, it says Danger Cave State Park, but I think that's wishful thinking. There's nothing here except this gated off cave right now. But hopefully at some point there'll be an exhibit maybe showing off some of the finds that they've uncovered in here. Basically this cave is archaeologically significant, but as a place to visit, not that great. I think that's gonna do it for this video. It's still relatively early in the day. It's not quite 3 o'clock yet. And I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do some more trip planning, and I'll probably see some other things later today, but I think I'll just save that for tomorrow's video, or for the next video, and I'll combine that with whatever I see and do tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. A little bit different, but hopefully it was still at least a little bit interesting. Let me know what your favorite part was, and I'll see you soon in the next one.